Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to UCT Astro, also known as the Hares Astro, and we've got our second ladies semi-final on day 4 of the university's hockey tournament, otherwise known as Ussa. We've got Tuckies in the white and candy stripe kits, and on our right and on our left we've got Northwest University, otherwise known as Tuks, in their turquoise and purple kits that they are so well known for. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Brinsley Powell. I'm joined in co-commentary by none other than the one and only Randall Crisp. Randall, we just watched 2 great semi-finals, no doubt the third one in store. What do you make of this, having watched these teams during the week?
Well, this is definitely going to be one of the super fixtures of the day. Just looking at both sides in terms of experience, the caps stack up like an Excel spreadsheet at an accounting firm that is hiding a serious amount of corruption. I'm saying that with a smile on my face, but the squad, 2 very, very experienced squads. We have a few national players in the setup here. Those who are not currently at the World Cup will be in one of these 2 squads, and quite a few exciting players from the National Ladies IPT from last year, and we will get through all of them as we move through for the rest of the day. The Fourie sisters will definitely stand out in this Tucky side. One playing for Northerns last year, another one playing for Coastals, KZN Sport Ladies Raiders Coastals. On the other side we also have Shante Ferreira. We have Zimkita Weston, as well as Kirsty Adams and Jacqueline McLaren for the Puka.
Yeah, the Puk have I'm just looking at them right now, they have a fearsome front line of Tamlin Cock, Shanae Maddox, some Keita Weston. There's some firepower and damage there, but the ever-present Tegan Fourie, number 8 for Tuckies. Keep your eyes on her. Early pressure though from Puka, synonymous with a high press and well won. And what can Puk make of this early attack?
Yeah, don't let the purple and turquoise fool you. These ladies are out for fire. And as you rightly mentioned, that high press working out so well for them. And they'll start to make full use of the space that is available to them now. A little bit of a wayward pass to get the game started. Hopefully we can see another 13-goal affair.
Jeepers, I'm not sure I want to. My heart just can't handle all of that, and I'm sure neither could the coaches. But great tempo already into this game. Tuckies with their conventional back 4. They always look for that overlap on the outside back. And also a really good pressing team. Early pressure being applied straight off the bat. And May is a character of note. She knows how to press. Always putting the team under pressure.
Oh, ball just gets played straight out the middle, but it goes straight back to Lechei Mentor. Excuse me, not Lechei Mentor. That was Shay Cormack. Kiana Shay Cormack, the number 13 for Tuckies. Had a few chats with some of the supporters, and quite a few comments were made about the kits this week. As that ball just gets played in, she will have a shot, and what a shot and what a save. Sante van Sail putting Mishka Ellis under immediate pressure with their first shot, but they win the PC. And I had a quick stroll up to the tuck shop to top up my samosas stockpile up here, and the beers are already flowing, so there is a big party waiting for everyone later. First castle, first flick, and
And it looked like Tegan Fourie there just not getting through the ball completely, but the save by Mishka Ellis, another budding talent, ex-SA under 21, Mishka Ellis in goal. And I think it just sort of rolled slowly onto the post and didn't go in. And Coach Sean Hulley just early on rallying the troops and making sure they know what's happening where, what and how.
Yeah, both these sides absolutely stacked with under 21 SA players. In the UP side, we have the captain Lerato Mahole, number 14 for University Pretoria Takis, who will be a standout player for us today. And let's not forget, in the pucker we have Jacqueline McLaren, we have Shante Venter, we have Zimkita Weston, as well as Shamane Tron, Anke Badenost and Tamlin Kok. At the end of the day, it comes down to who can put the scores on the board. Tucky's having just a little bit of a breather here. Chance to recycle, find some space, but not being given any real room. As the battle happens down in Tamlin Kok, ever involved.
Yeah, that should be a good battle today between Kok and Tegan Fourie if they do find themselves in that central midfield zone. It looks like Puka have settled into their shape pretty quickly.
Ooh, what a ball up the line.
And I must say there's a player who's impressed me all week, Sante Van Sale from Tuckies, who's a really good player. Just a slip there, unfortunately, though, for Amane Jacobs, or Jakob, should I rather say.
Ooh, that was a big shoulder there.
And through all the years, I must say, having played against these Northwest teams and against these Puka teams, when the Puck train is on fire, the Puck train is rolling and it's going one way and one way only. But Turquoise and Purple have still got to get themselves some outcomes. And the younger Fourie, Kerrian Fourie, joining her sister Tuckies this year. And Tuckies seem to have a nice little recruitment process going between the girls from Northerns and the girls from KZ. And it sounds like quite a flavor, if you ask me, Crispy.
Oh, they're making an announcement. Sounds like someone's Volkswagen's about to be towed away. If you're listening to the stream, really sorry for your loss. But the game is still going here. Big challenge up there in the corner. Ball goes a little bit loose. Looking for a stick. A stick is found, and back come the puck. But well cleared there by Takis. Not far enough. And there's Shante Ferreira, also one of the younger SN21s who played in the IPTN World Cup.
Yeah, and to the viewer at home, I think it's really important to also know that there's a really good derby and rivalry between these two sides. They're not that close to each other in proximity, but there's a massive rivalry. A lot of students or prospective students always are considering these two sides and these two universities. So I'm sure there's some bragging rights at store today, no doubt. And Cormac looks long, but just not finding her ex-KZN teammate, Lakem Brissett. I'm starting to see both sides just settling into some rhythm. Tucky's still down to 10 players. What do you make of the opening exchanges here, Crispy?
Yeah, it's looking a bit muted. We saw a quick start and burn by the Puka, and then immediately just settling down and looking to find something. They definitely do have the advantage of pace from what I can see right now, as they've switched out the entire front line. A few small errors in passing, but I think from what I'm seeing right now, the purple turquoise crowd are leading the charge. And looking for another circle entry there, but managed just outside.
Cormac doing what she does best on both an indoor and an outdoor court. Crispy, she loves to defend, but she can also carry the ball at will and really carry well and start attacks. Just not linking up again, but good signs there for the Tukkies candy stripe machine.
Yeah, I would have loved to see some ladies indoor earlier this year. Unfortunately, they were all the way down at Thomas More, while we were up at Ashton Belito. But ladies hockey is always super exciting. Especially with the Women's World Cup currently on the go. Well done to the SA ladies for their performance last night. Going down 2-1 unfortunately to Australia, but doing the absolute best that they could.
And we always talk about the strength of programs and trying to make sure that we getting the end product out. And funnily enough, of course, these are two of the sides that are actually affected by the ability and a selection of national players. So I can't make sure I get through all of them, but there's certainly Jean-Lee de Toive seem to be pretty prominent with her flicking. Henry Lowe, certainly two players that have put their names properly in the newspapers for SA, and of course Christo Ramasimong as well for Puka. So stands correction, I think those are the only three, but I've made some fatal errors in my life. But still lovely to see both sides being able to perform without those players, critical players in their team, and still doing the job. Quick take by Laken Brissett. Again, looking for a fellow ex-KZN teammate in affectionately known Bibi Mizimela. Just unfortunately not linking up, both of them last year in high school, if I've got that right as well, from KZN.
And both playing for the Spa KZN Raiders ladies side at IPT last year. And as you mentioned in the previous match, the road goes directly from KZN all the way to Pretoria.
The M3 never looked so good, Crispy. The N3 never looked so good.
You walk out of those school gates and off you go. Ooh, good battle here in midfield. Finding the space, and this is where the Puka will be very strong. Give them enough room, they will go. So for standout players for me, definitely in the Puka will be Shanae Maddox. She's been fighting quite hard there in the midfield, with Kirsty Adams working very closely alongside her. As you see, Kirsty Adams chasing down there, going after Emre Steenkamp. Steenkamp unable to get on the other end of that one. In the Stucky side, the Furi sisters are doing the best. But the score still 0-0. They will need to do a lot more. Sneaky defensive work there, and off she goes. And first PC of the match, Brinsley. Paul, what are we expecting here from this hot shot side?
Yeah,
Excuse me, first PC for Pucker.
Yeah, I think Puck have always been a clever team of getting players into the critical rebound zones just off P-spot. But I do have a feeling that Jana van Bouillon also looked dangerous. Kirsty Adams certainly has a cleverly disguised flick on her. So we got a couple of options there. But there's a possibility it could be going to Adams on the first corner here.
A little bit of mispush there and miscommunication, but that one goes through and it's a goal. What a finish.
Yeah, they say sometimes the best ones that are never ever prepared for defensively. There's no doubt Tucky's had a plan defensively there, but you can't plan too well sometimes when there's a little bit of chaos and just a little ricochet of I think it may have been Maddox's stick. If not, it may have been actually, sorry, I think I might have got that wrong. I think it may have been Halliday's shot at goal. And Puck take the early lead, 1-0.
Yeah, but Denise Halliday saw the opportunity. She did not ask twice.
Yeah, Halliday hailing from Kimberley. I got to meet her a couple of years ago in an indoor tournament, and what a delightful character. Really, really good human being and great team player. So she'd be well chuffed with that goal.
What a tackle. My goodness, Kirsty Adams. Kimberley home to the oldest hotel in South Africa. And a few diamonds and some of the friendliest humans I've ever met in my life. Their brand of English is very entertaining. Oh, she has a chance here. She looks to build up this outside. What a spin and turn, and PC1.
Marikana just having a fantastic steal of the ball. Great carry. Another character in the team who is just so well liked. And fantastic work by her, winning the ball, carrying it, and getting the outcome. Realize crucial player I forgot there, Crispy, in terms of World Cup work at the moment, is the one and only Edith Madikwe, and what a player she would have been for Tuckies as well.
As that one goes to the top, they go for the straight shot, and what a touch. What a touch.
And the amount of times you open up the stats book and you see Henri Smith on the scoreboard, and if you didn't know any better, you'd say she's definitely a forward. She scores almost every game, every second game, or she must be doing something on the top of the penalty corner work. But she's the pusher, but she just loves nipping in, Crispy, with those little deflections, those little tip-ins, if you want to call it that. And she gets her side level, and Tucky's 1, Puck 1.
Yeah, you have to give her props there. Absolutely brave movements there, were. Not backing down. Getting on the end of a cracker of a shot. And I feel like it was not only a minute ago when I was asking for more goals. And that's the end of the first chukka. Big change in that last 5 minutes. A sudden change in tempo as the weather started to warm up a little bit. Well, I'm hoping it is warming up because it is a little bit chilly out here. What are you looking for in this next chukka there, Mr. Paul?
I think both sides have, you can clearly see, have got a platform to work within and work off, and there's no doubt that there's a lot of trusting of the process and they know what they're about, but it's just that final piece of the puzzle that's just not coming to fruition at the moment. So whether it be just better positional play, better first touches, I think both sides can maybe just say that they've been a little bit average at that so far, and if they can just put the final step in the attacking play in particular, you will see definitely a good extra goal or two. And I think we could see a good couple here today. I mean, both sides haven't shied away from goals, so maybe another 4-3 humdinger, I'm not sure.
A 4-3 could definitely be on the cards here. Maybe even a 5-4. Or an 8-5 as we saw at the previous match. So 1 minute till the start of the next chukka.
Yeah, and in the back shot there, we now just got onto the Pika team, but just before that we had the beautiful shot of the King's Blockhouse and the side of the Devil's Peak mountain range. I mean, what a privilege to be situated here. There it is, back in shot now, and can't tell me that the Cape doesn't have some of the most spectacular settings of all. But of course that Pik kit is not half terrible either. The turquoise and purple put together is quite a sight. And here we go, even more sights coming away. The second quarter of action here. Tuks getting into their phase straight away. Kirsty Adams winning the ball, just hitting her backside of her stick.
Yeah, immediately seeing a big change in pace here by the Tucky side. They want the goal. Tails are up and this is their chance. And ball goes in. A little bit of confusion, but umpire says danger. The second umpire that gave the confirmation. Ball's still alive and a little bit of confusion as to where their ball will be going next. And first little slowdown of the match. Gosh, and this Booker side coming at full pace, and the first stick block of the match.
Yeah, Brissett doing fantastic work there, right forward, pressing really well. But unfortunately, and then followed it up actually with fantastic handwork, but unfortunately just the judge to have shielded the ball with her stick. But Tucky's a really unified pressing side. And we see it again. Not too many passing lines open there for Northwest University to play through.
Yeah, the side is definitely going to be looking to get something on the board here. Or get a few more on the board. I think it's clear that the Phuket definitely do have a very, very strong striker line, but they need to get the ball. And that's the first chance there as Anke Badnost looks to open up the park a little bit here. Abigail De Jager on the left side there calling for Kirsty Adams, looking for easy ball. Kirsty Adams looks for the bigger one in. Well managed, and here come Takis as they find a little bit of room up front. Smike Metso just comes up against Mishka Ellis.
Yeah, Mishka Ellis has for a good couple of years now been Puka's knight in shining armor here and there. I know she loves a showdown, and she certainly has the ability to pull out some first class saves. And there she's just read the play really, really well. Jacqueline McLaren just lost the ball there now, but won it back. Really, really dynamic midfielder, and I'd love to see her get a little bit more involved in the game. Here goes Ferreira.
Ferreira linking up there with Jacqueline, captain again. They look to find something in here. Ball just slowly working its way out. Skiara Fitzhenry looks for a pass. 3 players around her and she wins that one. And Tukkies have a chance to breathe for just a moment. As Andre Smith plays that one back. She finds Enemy Jacobs. Look for the big ball upfield, but that name stays involved. Kirsty Adams. Here comes Shante Ferreira again.
Yeah, we'd love to see Ferreira just go a little bit further. Defenders have always got to hold that inside line, and fantastic defending yet again by Jacobs. But you just wonder if she could just suss her opponent out there and just go for the extra carry. Should be good to go. Brissett just a nuisance all the time. Adams prying. Van Billion just looking to move the ball here.
A little bit of intercepted touch there should give the Puka a little bit more of an advantage as they get closer. The game just been slowed down a little bit as Shante Ferreira works her way up the side, but not winning the final battle there. All of a sudden you see the Puka stretching the field. We have Godesa Tema, who is hanging around in the D just off of screen. Oh, what an interception there by Tamlin Cock. And
Tamlin Cock versus Kiana Cormack. We've seen that battle for years. Oh, what a through ball though by Fitzhenry. Another Kiki in the team. Kiara Fitzhenry, Kiki Fitzhenry. And Brissett picks up. Saved by Ellis. But a pivotal moment there for Tamlin Cock up against Kiana Shea Cormack. And I think Cock even choosing the correct decision, looking to take on Cormack on her backhand. But Cormack just showing that 1v1 ability defensively. And there it is again. Fantastic little nuggety challenge, keeping the eyes down. I haven't really mentioned Fitzhenry yet too much from Tukkies. Another brilliant player out of the St. Mary's Waverley factory. And what a ball there by Cock, finding Myberg.
ooh, that was a sneaky touch. If that had found its way in, we would have been having a very different conversation here. Shanae Maddox, the experience showing through there. Didn't need anything fancy, but went the fancier route. And staying involved. We're almost seeing a big shift in the press as they do press as a unit, these the Puka do. They almost seem to settle back, and once the call is made, the purple and turquoise vests just go charging forward. Unfortunately, the Mentor unable to connect.
Just a little bit too much on that from Cormack to Steenkamp. But it's all right. It's all just a couple of teething issues early in this game. See at the moment, Tucky's looking pretty confident in what they're doing. McLaren moved from midfield into defense.
And you know the call there for the ball inside. A little bit of a misstep, and a sniper takes out the Tuckies player. We're just going into a little bit of a lull in the game now where these two squads are just unable to get out of the middle of the park.
Yeah, I think over the years I've watched many a Northern derby, and it does sort of get a little bit cagey. Both sides will almost always be really, really comfortable in their defensive structures, and there's a fair amount of long ball looking to pry and just scythe open an opening. So the negative, I guess, once or twice is you're almost looking for that one error or that maybe just one moment of magic. But a lot of these can lead to sort of cagey affairs where it's one moment of magic. Often I've seen a showdown happen in these games, and obviously at the way it's going at the moment, we could be going in the same direction, Crispy.
Yeah, I would honestly prefer we don't go to showdowns. I don't think my current state of health will survive that. But looking at the class of players that we have here, it will be a super exciting affair. So that ball gets played in. Looks like it comes off a foot. Puka have another opportunity here to enter the D. Calls from coach to just settle and recycle. Luckily McLaren looks for the easier pass.
Fantastic player Yakali McLaren is, but lost there by Myberg, and off goes the one and only May yet again, looking and scything for Marikane, but nothing coming. As to always have great little link-ups, just not this one time. And there, McLaren cleans up again. Such a brilliant player through the ages, through the years. Mentor.
Ooh, that was a little bit sketchy. I think a PC was given for a lot less last night.
If you were at the Wits UJ men's game, that could have been a stroke even, Crispy, for all I know.
I will not make that comment. Oh, ball goes in. Good save. It does not look like the Takis will be able to get through the wall. And that back off of the field. That young lady, Mishka Ellis, does not seem particularly bothered by any shot that's been coming her way. Only way around is a sneaky deflection, it seems. Oh, and finding the right pass in the field. They go for the big shot, but that one looked like it just cued off the end of a stick.
Yeah, Marikane just giving a little bit of stage fright there, or a little bit overexcited. There was a great build up there from the one, the only Tegan Fourie, winning the ball in midfield. Subtle pull and just a mobile sort of rake-styled pass on the backhand led to Brissett playing in Marikane.
Like Brissett channeling Maria Verscoor levels of confidence here. As the weather changes yet again and the rain comes in. And things will start to get a lot more heated here. Ball still alive in the D, and a big fight to get this one out, and Puka breathe again. It's been quite the battle here in the Puka half. They're just unable to get out and into the Takis off. And with 1 minute left in this chukka, looks like this could be an opportunity, but umpire says take it back. They play the first time ball. Could this be a chance for a shot? And big battle on the outside, still winning. But umpire says no for the obstruction. I'm sure Captain Yakulin will be watching the clock. Big ball played up the line. There is a number of Tuks sticks as the Tukkies look to wind this clock down. 20 seconds left. This could be a chance for Puka to get into the D, as we see coach indicating get into the D. Similar to what we've seen with the Marties Wits affair earlier. But Brinsley, half time, your honest view of the match so far?
Yeah, sometimes semi-finals can go one way or they can go the other, and unfortunately speaking, I think the differences to the game prior, which was a 8-5 classic, was one for the ages. But this one, at the moment, just really cagey, and you know, often they do say if you can make peace with the semi-final and find the right sort of state of mind and flow, you can almost always win the final easier the next day. But at the moment, this feels like who's going to make the first error is the one to lose, and they don't get finals action tomorrow. So I think both teams could maybe just understand that they've worked hard to get into this stage that they're at, and at the same stage they've got a lot in their armory that they can use. Obviously on the flip side, I think maybe just slightly direct from both teams. They could look to maybe just hold up play a little bit more, play on the outsides, or find smaller combination play. But it's all stuff that they'll know. They'll be talking about 1-1 at the moment. Both fantastic showdown goalkeepers, should the score remain at this. Klaasen and Ellis will be licking their lips at this scoreline. But stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting a little bit wetter out here. There's certainly proper drizzle at the moment. They said it would be at this sort of time of day, so hopefully we've only got maybe 30-40 minutes left. But stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, for what I'm sure will be a cracker-jacker second half. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half about to get underway over here. We've got Northwest University, known as the Puck, playing from right to left in the turquoise and purple versus University of Pretoria, known as Tukkies, in their white and candy stripe kits, playing from left to right. 1-1 at the moment. And seems like both sides are already come out with a little bit more venom in the fire. Great press yet again by Brissett. Brissett's just been everywhere defensively, winning the ball off the massive player in the Puck side. Extremely dominant Kirsty Adams, who's had a fantastic first half with numerous interceptions. But Tukkies settling in straight away. Cormac looking long, finding Megan Vosloo.
Yeah, I'm starting to assume that Pretoria gets a lot more rain than Northwest, because they are settling in quite well with these conditions. The colder it gets, the better they play. Even looking over to the benches on the other side, you can see it seems to be a little bit more exciting on the candy stripe side. But they are stacking these circle entries up here. And as we say that ball just goes a little bit wayward into the corner. And the rain is properly coming down now. A smile from Kirsty Adams.
Yeah, Van Zyl and Brissett have been everywhere in the press already today. And it just seems like Puck are struggling to get the ball out of their back. Probably be a little bit better served playing into midfield. A little bit quicker. Tegan Faree just searching for a direct ball. Rain's certainly starting to come down a little bit heavier here. I think we've just forgotten that this that Ussa is a winters-based tournament, Randall, and with all the beautiful weather in the first couple of days. But yeah, nice to see the reminder given to us that it is in fact winter.
Yeah, after last week's 24s and 25s, this week is definitely a lot cooler. And ball goes in and just gets played right over the baseline with no one in between. Yeah, talking about cooler weather, when I left home it was sunny, warm. I left home in a pair of shorts and pluckies, and now I am dying. But these are the lessons we learn as Cape Townians. Oh, good receive and turn there. And she looks to find a way through. Just coming up against quite a few stripes. What a ball. 1v3, but looks like she could make this one through, but not quick enough there. And this being the semi-final, it's been a long week of hockey, so there are quite a few tired legs out there. Oh, ball played and it's floating around uncontested.
Yeah, great right-hand side attack by Tukkies there. And a great cross, one-time shot and looped over Ellis. But just outside the line of goal. But Tukkies certainly starting this second half as the better side. Can they capitalize would be the big question. Because I think we saw a good couple of chances created both ways in the first half, but neither side making the most out of it.
Yeah, we're going to see the turf slow down just a little bit, but the ball will travel a lot flatter as it becomes a little bit wetter. And neat little pass to the outside there. Does she get the shot off? And what a save on the line. The ball still free, still live. Umpire says play on.
Yeah, let me tell you, if there's one person you don't want to see on the backhand, it's Tegan Faree, and she crafted and engineered an opening for herself there. And a great save by Ellis from a cute angle. But Tukkies definitely getting into their groove right now.
Yeah, after the hockey that I've seen over the past few weeks, I'd almost like to bet that ladies hockey does have a much better reverse shot than any of the men's players I've seen. Probably get a little fire for that, but I don't care. They have another chance here. That ball's live. First three players could not, and that ball's still just floating around. It does not want to go home. And the commentator's curse rings through as the first missed shot for this chucker on the reverse happens. Only about 5.5 minutes gone. The rain has changed direction 4 or 5 times. It was blowing in on your side, now it's blowing in on mine, and that ball not finding a stick again. Do you think we could guilt someone into bringing us a gas heater of some kind?
Wouldn't just mind a warm heater up here either. But there's no doubt with the additional water on the turf, we are going to see some balls zipping through, skipping, and at the moment it definitely seems that the Tukkies are very, very happy with this additional speed crafted into play.
Yeah, and for viewers at home, just to give you a little bit of insight into water-based astroturfs, water helps a lot. Takes the bounce away, takes the squishiness away, and helps the game speed up quite a bit as they get a circle entry looking for something. That ball's floating around. Can she get it down? And almost felt like if she had a nice little tennis racket, she could have smashed that one in. A little bit of confusion. Lucky to not be caught there. And that was quite a close chance there for a big counter. Big tackles being put in there. The Northwest Picker have a chance to settle and build from the back. Oh, what a shake and go. She shakes off 2 players, lays off 2. Shante Ferreira just unable to get the Tamlin cock there. That one's still alive, but Laken Brissett being given a quick whistle there. Another good tackle on the line as the Northwest Picker look to find a way into this D. Just being snuffed up, but Laken Brissett unable to get that one under control. Yakali McLaren, captain, calm as ever, finds Maddox. They look forward. Good little link up here. Can she find a way through? Can she get? And again, defensively, this Tuks side not bothered by this at all. Another loose ball in the D.
Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, you won't get closer than that. You got Maddox linking with Western, linking with Cock, and Cock with the true striker's style finish, a one-time slap across the body, but just missing the goal. And oh, geez, you would have probably have bet your house on her to have put that away almost every day of the week. But it does seem like Cock's got a spring in her step now. And the penalty corner 1.
I'm quite excited to see what the Northwest Puck will be able to do here. The rain is properly coming down now. Does not seem to slow down. And as you look around the park, you just see people huddling under anything that looks like shade. Shanta Ferreira pushes out to the second castle. Kirsty Adams goes for the shot, saved on the line. Great clearance there. And here comes the counter attack. Just snuffed out by a mistrap.
Yeah, Klaassen with a true style block save, and Fourie clearing from the second phase with a well-known backhand. But Adams with a really good first striker goal. Fourie to Fitzhenry into Brissett. That's been a trifecta of dominance today, and there goes Brissett again. But great 1v1 defending from who else but Shane Maddox. Being employed a little bit lower today than previous editions of Ussa, playing more as a higher styled midfielder, even sometimes a wide midfielder, but certainly still just as influential as ever.
And with just about 3 minutes left, you just start to feel like the dam wall will break. But both these sides have very, very strong walls in those backlines. Very dynamic play. As we've seen, Captain Jacqueline McLaren, she moved from midfield back into a more defensive role now in this. A little bit of clash in midfield.
Yeah, certainly relatively direct styles employed by both sides. And I think we've also been able to see this through the years as well for the Northern teams and the Northwest teams. But in the same breath, highly effective styles that I think both teams have bought into and both understand wholeheartedly. But obviously there are times where maybe being a little bit more percentage orientated would lead to better chances. Tehran firing a ball in, but great 1v1 defending yet again. I'd just like to see a little bit more advantage being given.
Yeah, there definitely was one of the big chances for them in this chukka. As time ticks down. And the rain comes back yet again. As we see the other semi-finalists start rolling in. And time winding down. You almost want to see a little bit of a burst of pace from either one of these sides, just to force something into that goal box.
Yeah, certainly you'd really like to see a team just grab a goal just before the break here so that it forces the other team to probably go in with a little bit of a different psyche starting in the fourth quarter. But Fourie with that synonymous backhand.
Ooh, that was a bit of a cheap error there. This Captain McLaren play that one straight over the baseline. Looks like we do have a little bit of a change in the PC attack. Goes to the straight poke. Unable to get it under control, but that one just rolls out the back there to the Mati side who are coming in. It looks like Aiden Tan will be tossing that one back. National men's indoor player. And she still got it.
And that's Kiki Cormack at her best. Looks like she may have just rolled her ankle, which is not good news at all. But that is exactly what Kiki Cormack can do, and certainly know the Cormack family really well, and had the privilege of coaching her a couple of years back for KZN, and that's a fiery customer, but versatile and loves to push through from particularly midfield, but doing obviously a fantastic job in defense today. And Cormack there with two rugby dummies, as they're affectionately known, or over the top skills, with the shot just missing. Fortunately, I think she's just been subbed just to get some attention. Doesn't look in a good space. So I think that could possibly be the end of Cormack's game. I'm not sure. We'll keep you updated on that. But we go into the end of this quarter. Still deadlocked at 1 apiece at the end of the third quarter. And who is going to make that crucial moment? Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, for the final quarter coming away in just under 2 minutes. And we're off, ladies and gentlemen. Final quarter coming your way. Booker versus Tuks. Upcountry derby. Ladies semi-final number 2. To have the right to play Marties tomorrow in what will be a titanic affair. And Van Sale, all game, being on it. Oh my goodness, Brissett with the most audacious change of speed around Mishka Ellis. Crosses it and hits the pick stick. I think Mentor's stick going in. So I think that goal can certainly be accredited to Lakem Brissett. But what play yet again by Van Sale and Brissett with the greatest change of speed. Ladies and gentlemen, straight away Tuckies getting that early goal. 2-1 pick. Now definitely going to have to start really looking to step into this one.
Yeah, that goal, definitely one of those value for money goals. Found a way through very, very effectively and knew how to get around one of the best keepers at this tournament and festival. And if it sounds like I'm running around, I'm actually just trying to dodge raindrops, because I do melt in the rain. But big challenge here. Shante Ferreira wins that one back. She looks for something. She doesn't get anyone on the end of it. That one just played into space. Pressure being applied, but not enough at the same time.
Fitzhenry Bardenos going toe-to-toe there. And the early release by Fourie. Penalty corner one. Brissett is having the game of her life, ladies and gentlemen. Had a chat with her late last year about where she was off to. Was she going to Tuks? Was she going elsewhere? But she has made the decision to go to Tuks, and she has had the game of her life here. Unfortunately, in the interim, it seems like the penalty corner has been reversed for lifted off target, what I think I could only imagine it to be. Still loads of time here though. 12 minutes or so.
Oh, and Tamlin Cox just being taken right off her feet there. Sticks are flying. Ball still alive. But Booker are doing everything they can to keep these duckies out. Finding lots of space on the outside, looking to build something. But coming up against the big names here. And here's a chance for a little bit of a building phase. Takis are suddenly very aggressive in their press. Strikers are going right up to each and every defender. And this being a Thursday afternoon in Cape Town, the traffic is building, but we do not care about the traffic because the game is live over here.
You know, I see that technical style hit there from Cormac, almost like a rolling wrist over the ball, and it gives it a little bit of a chop, a little bit of a bounce, a little bit of overspin, dare I say, if you've been watching Wimbledon at home. And really, really difficult one to trap for the attackers, but devilish to defend for defenders too, with that little bit of a almost jumping topspin. And dare I say, Crispy, the Namibian international that Cormac is, I'm sure she intended for that little bobble and topspin.
Oh, 100% all the time. As we say at this level, everything we do is intentional. That includes getting cards.
As we said in the game earlier, the intention of cards is for them to make a point that Varsity Cup didn't need to enforce power plays. They could make their own power plays. It's all in the players' hands.
Oh, big ball played in the middle of the field there, and I believe that's Maddox on the ball. She goes chasing. This ball is alive, finding its way through, and this will be a chance for the Booker again. This ball being played now, so we have 8.5 minutes left. Call it 8 minutes 40. Every 10 seconds counts. There have been some big clashes here as heads are touched and checked for blood. And you'll see the men's semi-finals warming up in the background there as the camera pans across. As of now, Tukkies are booking their final spot against the Marties, but you can never discount this Puka side. This another ball goes floating into that 25. Shoulders are involved. The ball's still live. That one being given a PC. This is another massive opportunity for the Tuks to extend their lead. What do you think will be the big one to happen here as we see a slight shift in the team? Goes to second castle. They go for the flick and saved on the line.
And what a pass there out of the back. And can they... Oh, just off time. Because that was a devastating attack in waiting. A good save there by Ellis off Free. Free probably just a little... not catching it completely through the ball. But still getting the save out of Ellis. And I think that's an important tool. Jacob's here looking.
That ball going floating into the corner and a big chase down. See who will get there first. And even though it may look like the game is slowing down, the Tuks are still pushing the pace. Big cheers from the bench there as the Tukkies want one more. Ball still alive, gets played in. Needle pass back. Goes to the big shot, saved on the line.
So it's evident though that something that Tukkies must be training is the backhand hit, because Fitzhenry, Faree, Cormac, oh geez, they've all got it in their artillery. Van Sale, and geez, it's just a great skill to watch out of this Tukkies attack.
Ooh, what a tackle there by Tamlin Cock. And she keeps this one live. Off Maddox goes if she can find a little bit of space to build some speed. Have a looping bouncing ball, big chase down to the corner. Lucky one there for the Puka. And the battle goes down to the corner yet again. Crunching tackle.
Just over 4 minutes to go. This game certainly had a spark in it in the last sort of 15 minutes, and that's what we really were looking for. What can they do though, Puka, to get themselves into this game? Just one or two near misses. This looks like there are a couple of moments here where they could put them under a lot of pressure. They could put Tukkies under a lot of pressure.
Ooh, that may cost them. As that one rolls in. A lucky escape for Tuks there.
Great defensive work and skill there by Koch. She's certainly got a firecracker here going and putting immense pressure there under Duplessis.
Well, the defensive work here in this corner has been immense.
And as it stands, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Tuks playing against Marty's in the women's final tomorrow. A long corner though.
Kirsty Adams looks for that big pass in. She gives a quick scan there, knowing that she does have some space. Ball gets played in, but well defended and managed. Big calls for the overhead into the middle of the park, and she plays it up the line. Goes bouncing out. Lake Impressive was just a little bit too far away. Kirsty Adams will be waiting to send this one back. They do have numbers all over. Maddox wanting this to get going ASAP. Gathers that one on the line. 1 minute left. Will Pucker get the equalize in this last minute? Halliday goes in a little bit of a charge.
Here goes Cormac charging. What a ball, what a play by Cormac. He'd be forgiven for thinking she fell over and thought we saw her roll her ankle. That did not happen there. Oh, and well won. Marikana, here she goes. But just having lost out there. And 15 seconds left or so from my count. Stance correction is always a little bit of extra time added here and there. Weston on the ball. Can she win a PC? Great low defending by Jacobs.
I just had a look at the board
sure.
now. We have 1 minute 10 left.
McLaren wins the ball from the aerial. Adams going to be on this high free hit over here. No, McLaren takes it. Route 1 from McLaren. Can they win the PC? Yes, they can, ladies and gentlemen. And you couldn't have scripted it better, but a penalty corner, possibly the last play of the game. If not, certainly won't be one of many. And what do Puka have up their sleeve? Coach Sean Hulley just had a word there with Lechai Mentua. And that almost could be all she wrote. I think the clock may just be a hold for this. So don't necessarily see what you see there at 0-0. I think we've got a little bit more time on our hands. Maybe 40 seconds. Hold tight.
That is a world-class save on the line. And still have some time, just about 10 seconds left. And Tucker book their spot in the final, Mr. Powell. What a semi.
Well, I mean, Brissett, Laken Brissett is the name on our lips at the moment. I mean, what a game by her. little bit faded maybe from her at the end, but her moment of magic gives us the second goal, the winner. And what a showcase there. Two upcountry teams certainly battering away for 60 minutes, and we see the crucial goal of the game coming in the third quarter. Tucky's taking it 2-1. So tomorrow we've got Tucky's up against Marty's in the ladies final. Crispy, your analysis of that game?
I think looking at what we've seen here today, it's going to be an absolute cracker and smasher tomorrow. I mean, even looking at this match, these two teams were fairly evenly matched, but it's all about what the final score says on the board. And as we say that we get a little bit of sun, the rain is still coming down. My socks are wet, but I'm still happy. And the next match coming up now will be Marty's versus the big old Witsies. Ladies and gents, we will see you in a few minutes for the final semi-final of today.